Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, you guys. Thank you for joining me today on All Things Possible. Welcome in. Come on in. Have a seat. Lay down on your bed, on your couch, wherever you are. Thank you for coming on tonight. You hear me listen to a little bit of music. I have a reggae artist coming on tonight, and you guys know I love island music. Hey. So I have my friend Ragga LoxIs coming on tonight. Gonna share a little bit about his journey, about what he does, and if you guys wanted to reach out to him to know how to be able to do that, to learn something from each other, that is my goal here. Hello Tia, thank you for joining me today. I am having my guest, my friend Ragga LoxIs, come on. He is a reggae artist. Some of the music I'm playing here. Tell me what kind of music you guys do. You like reggae music? I love reggae music. Hey. Alright, well, we're just waiting a few moments. I'm just playing some music so you can get the vibe of my guest today. Ragga LoxIs is coming on. We're going to learn a little bit about his journey, what it is a reggae artist goes through, putting his music out there, just his journey in general. I appreciate you guys coming to join me today. So, this week we have a beautiful lineup. There he goes. All right. So we're going to welcome my guest, you guys. I'm going to slow up the music. We're going to leave some links so you guys can find his music when we're finished with the interview. But I'm getting ready to bring my guest on. So, round of applause and drum roll, please. If my drum roll. Okay.
Listen.
Hey, blessings. All right.
You have to work with me. Massive. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let me see if me get this thing all right. All right. Hold on. Can you see me?
Hey,
there we go.
blessings.
Yeah, we can work with this, right?
Yes. You can see me good and hear good?
Yeah. And this is kind of, you have to work with because this technology is kind of new to me because I'm kind of old school.
That's okay. That's all right. We're catching up too. Me too.
Yeah.
So I was just telling everybody you're a reggae artist. I met you through Manapana, but I wanted you to come on and tell me a little bit about your journey, about how you got into music. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, Massive and crew, my name is Ragga LoxIs, RAGGALOX, because you know the LoxIs can be spelled in a different way in for enough people. So it's RAGGALOX. Started my journey back in the mid-90s.
Okay.
You understand? And I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know, 3 studio albums, couple performances here and there, and I'm still here. You know me, I say still doing music, still doing what I really love.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate.
I see that. I listened to some of your music and I've seen some of your videos on Facebook when you go perform. Some of them is spontaneous, it looks like, and then some of them was like you went there to perform.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm fortunate. I was born in Manchester, Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, and most of my professional career is in America.
Yeah.
So that's kind of hard on an artist, you know. If you're a reggae artist, that's kind of difficult. And I've been fortunate to make travels to Canada, out west to California. I've toured Africa. I've been to a couple times, Jamaica, etc. And you know, I've done quite a few things. I was recently in a movie. Yeah, made in New York. And
what's the name of the movie?
Made in New York. It's a Jamaican movie that was shot on location in New York. And yeah, that was good. That was pretty
Yeah.
good, you know. May I try see if we can, cause I come on straight onto the live, and I wanted to share it before.
Well, that's
So
okay. Yeah, you could put maybe when we finish, you could put it in the comments so people could see it there too, or um,
okay, so
yeah, or
if I see like I'm a little distracted, it's because I'm on the computer at the same time doing that.
yeah,
All right, go ahead.
yeah. No, no, no,
Yes.
it's okay. So then, so your music started over here in America or in Jamaica?
Well, yeah, my first release was back in the 90s in New York.
Okay.
I moved to New York in 1988. Yeah, with my parents as a little young boy.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know, I actually finished high school here in America. I did 1 year of high school here in America, and then I did tried a couple years in college.
Okay.
You know, and then I started working on music at the same time. And because of living in America, I had to become independent as a producer, writer, singer, promoter, etc. All that you got to do in order to make it in the business. So it taught me a lot about the music and about life also. You know what I mean? So because I had to find other means of balancing out life while doing
Yeah.
music, and it teach me how to live and do music. So my first album is called Music Is My Life.
Okay.
You know, which is yeah, kind of it was. I was going through that balance at the time, trying to figure out music and life. You know what I'm saying? So it's an experience, and I mean, I remember one of the things that stood out in my mind was one of the, I don't remember the artist's name, was talking so much that he was so on, he did so much on the road that he didn't really get a chance to enjoy his family life and see his kids grow up and stuff like that. So, you know, that was a big influence on me.
That's
So, you
right.
know, in music,
Yeah.
especially when you're not as big as the average Joe in the game. So
Yeah, I know.
I took some time to spend some time with family too, you know?
Yeah. I know people who are independent, like putting their own music, doing kind of the one man job for all of it. That it must be a challenge to balance between doing that.
It is difficult.
Yeah.
It is
I can
difficult.
imagine. Because you're trying to balance
What
your family too, yourself, your music. You're trying to put your passion out there and then still pay the bills. So
you know what is the hardest thing about it is that the passion you have for what you do, you're gonna do what you're doing, regardless. Whether you're signed to a major label or you have to do it because you're still gonna want to write music and put music out. And some people are gonna understand that, and some people are
yeah.
not. And one thing doesn't stay constant is the well, it kind of stay constant is the pace of how you age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you never stay young forever. So at some point you have to figure out life while doing this, and that's the that it can be a beautiful thing and it can be a challenging thing, but you as an individual have to be balanced because there's a lot of expectation, and especially when you know your level of talent, but you have to be realistic, you know. And what happened to me in America is that I became a blue collar artist. I recognize how to master being a blue collar artist. That means you always find a balance.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah.
The expectation is never too high or too low. It's just always right there because you can always go out there in the streets like the average Joe. Well, sometimes, and function like the average. You know what I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the great thing about being a blue collar artist, and you can find other ways of. Cause so what someone told me a long time ago, which stayed deep in my brain, is that whatever you do as for your income is your record label. So once you can find that income coming in, excuse me,
Mhm.
to put in production, videos, promotion, etc., that is now your label. So as an independent, while you're doing these things to find the way to get your music out, you're actually an independent. You're actually a record label. You know what I say? And that is
What are some of the ways though? What are some of the ways that you find balance though? Can you give an example of something how you find balance?
find ways to make money. Yeah, yeah, you have to find ways to survive.
Yeah.
And that means any means necessary.
Okay.
Understand? And for us, the blue collar artists, sometimes you have to be creative
Yeah.
because you have to survive. I mean, we ain't fooling nobody. I mean, you don't see me on every stage show, you don't see me on every concert. So I mean, you have to be realistic. You know what I mean? So the kids still, my daughter just graduated from NYU. My son actually he's big up himself now or he's rapping right now.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? They gotta find ways to survive. So
Yeah.
I mean, when the concerts are not coming in or the streams are not streaming like they were, you know, you have to find other ways of surviving. Then you gotta be realistic.
But what
You
keeps
know
you
what
so being realistic and finding ways to survive? Something about the music continue pulling you because you're not a painter, you're not a plumber, you're not a AC fixer. What about the
I mean?
music that pushes you to keep on going with music?
And that's why I say, regardless of what you do, you're gonna still do it because you have this love, this burning desire from within. That's the thing that keeps you going.
Right.
And because of your talent,
Right.
people are gonna recognize that and they're gonna want to always work with you. You
Yeah.
understand? So that is the greatest thing. You always find people who want to work with you because you know because they respect your talent, and that keeps. But you have to have that inner drive though, and that and recognize that passion and the talent. And the sad thing about it is, talent is only like about 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You have to have
What's the good thing
that
about it?
drive.
What's the positive about it then though? 10% talent. What's the other part?
Well,
Drive.
the drive.
Yeah.
You have to have the
And
drive.
the, I
You
think
have
and
to
I
have
think the you just said the word oh my goodness. You just said the word. You have to have creativity
passion,
and creativity.
creativity. Well, that is the thing that keeps you up. Like for example, you it's nothing. There's nothing happening for you in music, so to speak, because you know you had a record that was making some noise. Now it's not making any noise, and you're trying to find a song. And you walking down the street one day and you see a lady with a nice voluptuous body, and you're like, oh my, she makes me wanna cry, and you just like, oh wow, yeah, I like that.
It comes
And
out.
then you put something around it, and then you really have a song that like, whoa. So now you get a energy again, regardless if you never had a hit in 10 years or 5 years. That song is now your new,
Yeah.
and you'd be surprised if you get a if someone call you to like bro, I have a show for you. Chances are you want to sing that song
Yeah.
because you're showing that you're still creative, you know.
Well,
And music also talks to you. So when you write, the beat usually talk to me and tell me what to sing.
yeah.
That's how I
I
write,
was
you
gonna
know.
say too. It sounds like too. It's like observing, because you even said that with your first album, it was what you was going through at the time, and I find that most artists and musicians and whatever artists in every form, they're expressing themselves, what they're experiencing right now, whether mental, internally, or outward, what's happening around them, and they find a way to
All right.
put that into a expressive way that other people can understand to and identify with it.
Classic example. My most recent single, well, actually, it's the not down in not Reggae Island because that was for a festival, but because that's actually the most recent. But the one before that, which is called Sometimes. Now, ever since 2015, I've been just having a one struggle after another. So I took a break from music and I tried to get back many times, but it was not. I was going through so much. Like I had a job that I had regular job that was my record label
Yeah.
that I had for a long time, and I ended up losing that. I lost my dad, I lost two of my best friends in music. Um, After that, I got divorced, car accident. Ended up losing my mother
Sounds like the
last
dark
year.
night of the soul, we call that.
So I went through a whole dark transition where it was just hard for me to continue just on that creative tip.
Yeah.
So I took a break and I wanted to come back and I just couldn't find the energy. So I had this song that I was messing with for quite some time. I actually started writing this song around the time when what was it? The hurricane that hit Puerto Rico?
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for some reason everything was just going towards that type of a vibe. And then I just incorporated everything. So sometimes, like you say, and the name is sometimes plug. Yeah, when you put that real life to paper, it's very,
yeah, powerful.
it gets very emotional.
Yeah.
Very emotional. So I usually try not to write too emotional because as much as it's not to hear, not to break down and cry, isn't it? Yeah.
But that's what other people identify with too, because sometimes we're going through stuff, and that's what I love about music too. And you don't know how to express it, and the artist will express it in the words. And then the space where you're coming from expressing that too helps us release that emotion or either amp up the emotion. So that's one of the things I love, that when people write from the experience of what's going on around them, other people can identify with it too.
It is great to, well, one of the quotes from the great Bob Marley is that everywhere in the world there's poor people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you write music for poor people, you're gonna have support all over the world because people want to attach to your music and they want to relate to it and they want to feel what you're singing about.
Yeah.
As their own experience. Yeah. And if you check it, the average, every song that you hear, somebody, especially if it's a hit song, is because somebody can relate to what the artist
Absolutely,
is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to connect. More time you feel like we go so deep though. You have to come deep with me.
Yeah.
You know that really.
But that's we are now. I was gonna say that's where we are now. Though the collective is there, they're ready for the deepness and the spirituality. That's why the positive music. That's why I love Man of Panel music, King Serious music. Yours too. I hear it's uplifting. It's uplifting.
First of all, big up Man of Panel, big up Ken Serious.
Yes.
Yo, I'm a general them. Natty Remo also. I don't know if you know Natty Remo.
Not yet.
All right, Natty Remo. Me tell you some artists so you can pray. Big up Blimey Murray.
Okay.
Friend that again. Saying Jamali. Saying we are a group of real conscious Rastas, yes, but talented artists, but due to the present situation in music, because music has changed tremendously. Yeah. And give thanks for the platform, because not a lot of platforms are giving the opportunity to artists like us, because me I look at music right now, and I'm being honest, even Rasta, for the most part, don't even really support Rasta music like one time.
Yeah.
You see me? So for you have artists still contributing positively to the art.
Yeah.
Not looking at money and fame, and we have to big up the artists because of them are contribute to the culture.
Well, I would like to, I was gonna say challenge, but not challenge, but to encourage you to see. For me, I see more conscious people rising up. That's how come we connect, because that's what I look for. When the negativity will always be there, and it's supposed to be there to balance us off. So that's why you bring in your conscious music is what you're supposed to do, because the people who seeking for that will gravitate towards you. You understand?
Well, and I'm happy for that. You know why? Because right now, over the years, I felt that my brethren them and myself have tried so hard to inject. I mean, I'm big up like the Chronics and the Proteges and the Kabaka Pyramids because they have the platform where they can be heard on a global scale. But we have some conscious, talented artists right now
Yes.
out
A
here,
lot.
including myself,
Yes, sir. I agree.
Hello.
That's why I asked you to come on All Things Possible, sir, because I know, and that's what I want to promote, is that's where I look at the most, and that's what I see, and that's what I'm going to amplify. You understand? So people are seeking for that, and that's why I want you to come on. They can gravitate towards you. Continue putting your music out there. Continue writing about your experience and looking at it from the side of love. It is hard and it is tough, but the more we look at that, that's what you're going to experience. So when you look at the love and look at the positivity, that amplifies too. Yeah.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. And unfortunately, like I'm saying, we give thanks humbly to be still doing music.
Yes.
I want the people to look out. I have a new project that I'm working on. I'm still don't find the name of it yet. I originally was gonna do an EP, but I think it's gonna be an album eventually. The Sometimes is the first single.
Okay.
And the Reggae Island.
Manapana.
Yeah, because of all the politics going on right now. The marketing and the promotion is kind of,
yeah,
you know, yeah. But look out for this project. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Well,
it's gonna be fire. And the thing about this project is it's another one of those, because most of my album, the first album, Music Is My Life, was a project that I just put together from a lot of productions from various producers that I recorded with. I had an album before that, which is no longer up right now, which was like a first demo kind, you know, but it's no longer up. The second album, Step in Babylon, was a production where I really got in hard, get some real roots, camelback reggae music, and give it to the people then. The third album was also another album where we just take some songs that was produced by various producers. Some of them was on YouTube, some of them never got out, and I compile a production and put together some stuff that was either out or, you know, bridging. Right now, because of even the whole music changing in terms of the whole essence of everything, I had to take a break from that also, because nah lie, the new music is different. You see me I say? However, no man is an island, no man stands alone.
Yeah.
You see me? Yeah. So we're out on a lake, because we attack, right?
Yeah.
We can't keep it full 100.
Yeah.
The music dynamic feels so much that in the dance hall right now, you don't even hear the roots music actually. You see me I say?
Yeah.
So if you never hear some Luciano and some
Barris and
some Jack Cure,
Coach.
Ragga LoxIs. You understand? Yeah. And it's just, as much as we want to keep it there, we have to be realistic, because you see me?
Listen,
so
that's
right
what
now,
I want to, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the part, the music is shifting, even in hip hop, even in Indian music, even in Spanish, all genres of music is shifting. Right. But there are people who are seeking still to listen to Barris Hammond. There's still get-togethers and clubs and whatever, where even if it's older crowds, but some of the younger people are learning, watching us. Remember, you don't teach by just talking. They watch us. The younger generation is listening to what we're listening to in the car. They're listening to what we're listening to. So even if you think it's not impacting them and the music is listening, it is, because I will hear my kids listen to some music. I'm like, how do you know that song? It will get to them. So I know what you're saying, and your break is important. Go ahead.
So it's great. It's great that we're still making good reggae music.
Yeah.
But now we also have to bridge the gap.
Yes. That's
to
it.
meet the next.
That's it.
Yeah, we have to do, and that's basically, yeah. So it's how you bridge the gap, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if a lot of people notice that for some reason it seems like you have to sing certain content in order to be on this type of new
To
music. I
grab
don't know if you noticed
attention.
that. Yeah, so it's now finding a way to bridge that gap without him having to go as you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he
It's
will
happened.
have
I
to
seen
probably
Barris
call him.
made a song with Popcorn the other day. You know what I'm
Actually,
saying? Buju
he
making,
has two
yeah,
now.
and so it's they're bridging it. It's happening. It's
Exactly,
happening.
exactly. So yeah, and to do it in a way where you don't go too far,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, because you have to listen to the audience, and the audience is asking for
A message.
a
They're
little bit
asking for a
more
message.
commercial message.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not, they're asking for a message. So Raga, tell me then if people how they can reach to you if they want to hear more of your music. We already know YouTube and I know Spotify. You have
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, you name it. Wherever you go, your digital platform is. Also, I'm on Instagram, Ragga_Lox. That's RAGGA_LOX. Facebook is Ragga Lox, RAGGALOX, which is my personal page. LOXX for the fan page. And all of them things that out there. Me also have ragalox.com. It's under construction right now because we're doing some upgrades.
okay.
But ragalox.com is really where the whole shebang
Yes.
kadabang.
The
Yeah, you have
connection
the
and all that.
website
So
with the the videos, the
okay.
merchandise, and all of that. It's under construction right now because
Okay.
we're doing some upgrades. But that's where the whole thing is, you know, ragalox.com, RAGGALOX.com.
All right.
And I want the people them to go to my YouTube, just put in Ragalox and subscribe
Yeah.
so you can get the new music. And when we do these live things, sometimes you can get access to them. And the Twitter, RAGGALOXX. Yeah.
Yes. All right. And then if
Yeah, yeah.
there's one thing you could tell, either it's an artist in whatever form that you've learned to keep going, what have you learned that kept you going that you could share with somebody else to inspire them?
What have I learned
Yes.
that has
That
kept me
kept you
going
going that you could share with somebody else. Yeah.
as an artist? Keep it 100% real. Don't do or say things that it's not of you or you cannot do. So don't sing about a lifestyle that is not you. Don't talk about things that you can't do or you not do. Just keep it real about you in terms of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about them things there, and I think you'll be okay.
I love
You
that.
understand? I think it's when some people try to create an
Somebody
image
else.
where,
Yeah.
after a while, you see, they kind of fade away.
Crash and
You
burn.
know, it's just that's just my personal
I
opinion.
love
That's
that.
not anything
Yeah.
that was written. Or,
Yeah.
it's,
Stay
yeah,
real. All right. I
yeah,
appreciate
let's
you
keep it
taking
real.
time to come on. I think that if you have time, you could leave your links in the bottom. At least some of them. We know YouTube, they can type in your name, but like your Instagram and your Twitter, if you could put it in the comments so people can find you. And then I wanted to
Okay, so
invite you to go ahead and share some of your music in my group if you feel comfortable with that.
sure. So I just boom, boom, boom. Okay, you know, so we could have the attack, watch out. Hopeful for man upon a big up yourself. Hold on, don't move,
Okay,
don't move.
okay, okay.
This is the part of it that's, you know, me like, oh, all right, we never talk about certain things because the first time I get to utilize my space like
Yes.
this. So, you
Okay.
know, me, I said, this is,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Big up yourself, man upon a hopeful family. Patricia, Miss Watson, big up yourself. Thank you. And you yourself, Miss
Yes,
Prudence.
sir.
Um, yeah,
We have
yeah.
a couple of people looking that you probably can't see. I had Tia on here. Jessica was on here. Lena was on here. Yeah,
Okay.
sharing their love. Um, I think
Okay.
everybody. Sometimes people watch and they don't say anything, but we know they're watching. So thank you.
Yes, man. I just want everybody to just know that. Listen. with all that's going on, we don't know what's going on. Be safe. Be careful. Be protected. As protective as you can. Use whatever methods. To my brothers and sisters in Jamaica, our prayers go out. You know what I say? Because I mean, we know what you're going through. You know what I say? Just build up your immune system, people, please. You understand? Vitamin C. Remember, lime, garlic, cayenne pepper, honey. You see me?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Cersei.
Cersei, Irvine, Leaf Alive.
Wonder of the
You
world.
see me?
One.
Yeah, you see me? I said busy. You see me? I said, this thing, we can beat this thing, people. Um, we're taking for granted that
we have the medicine.
we do have the medicine, people, and especially in the island. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and all the herbs that in the island, and they must send it out because we are getting it in America. And them now utilize it at Jamaica and the West Indies, and they run to Western medication.
Yeah.
And as we can see, I mean, the island of Jamaica now, we see where you're having like 15 to 17 to even 20 sometimes deaths a day from this COVID. It's ridiculous. It's unheard of. You know what I say? And we get to find out that even with the vaccine, people are losing their lives. So, people, we have to be careful. We have to just work on our system, work on our immune system, fruits, vegetables, natural health products. You know what I say? Your food, your medicine, can serious, big up yourself.
Yeah.
Your medicine, your food. You see what I say? And, you know, big up R.I.P. Andrew, seeing Shenke. You see what I say? Enough ones. You see what I say? So many people were in this pandemic here. So I say, people just me a beg on the dust. Build up on the immune system. Go back to natural living. You know what I say? Lime and honey, garlic and cayenne pepper. You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah,
I love that. That's a blessed way to leave everybody. Stay strong. I'm so glad the introduction is there. Continue to share. If you have anything else that you want to promote, my platform is open. Please come back and share.
I will shortly. It's just that right now,
whenever,
like even this moment, big up Surani. I was on the road with Surani yesterday.
Open extension.
Great artist.
Yes.
Talented artist. Yeah, I have to give him a big up. You don't know. Very impressed with his work. See? Yeah, so you don't know. Ragga LoxIs, people. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And you don't know. Manapana. Ken Serious, Natty Malami Murray. Yeah. Wonderful people. That's the part.
All right. One love. Blessings. All right.
Oh.
Okay.
One more thing.
Tell me.
Massive and crew, look out for Wadada International. All right? Okay. Wadada International is coming. I'm going to come back, and that is what I'm going to come back and talk about.
Come back. You're welcome.
We're launching Wadada International, and Wadada is going to be an online store where you can get all your natural products, African products, Ragga LoxIs products, other stuff too. So look out for Wadada International.
We'll be looking out for it, and you're welcome back. Just let me know when.
I will. Okay? I give thanks again for having me. It was my pleasure.
Same. Thanks for taking time. All right.
One love.
Yes, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's so... I'll wrap up at the end of the week, like all the points that we've learned. But I'm so grateful for the people that I meet on this journey from all walks of life. Everybody has something to teach us. We can learn from everybody else's experience, and somehow it connects. Somehow, even if the storyline might be different, the emotions of what we're going through. And that's one of the things that we're talking about with music that people can connect with. You might have a whole different way you felt a heartbreak, but the heartbreak was the core of what it is I feel, and I can express that to you, and you can feel that through my music. Or you might have a completely different way that you felt your triumph, and mine felt different, but the triumph is where we connect at. The same feeling, the same connectedness. So I hope you feel my love in my heart when I say thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, tomorrow, all week. Stay tuned. We have amazing people coming back on. You guys, really quick at the end of this live, I just want to say continue to send my friend Joseph some prayers. Right before he was supposed to come on, he got news that one of his close students, I believe it was, passed away or transitioned, and so he needed a moment to take for that. He will be back on next week, and he is an amazing professor, teacher, and author that I was bringing on. But thank you so much for joining me with Ragga LoxIs tonight. Stay tuned tomorrow. I will see you guys. I love you all. Happy freaking Monday.